Hey everybody, welcome to last week of the course here, week 5. And I just want to wish everybody, since it's our last week, wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year and all that. And just real quick, since we're going into our last week here, holiday season, sometimes people are thankful and so forth. So it brought me the topic of appreciation. And appreciation is kind of a two-way street sometimes, like in our case at Brian here, where you know, we realize, because all of us have been through this school thing, so we know how difficult it is and challenging it can be. And so, we do appreciate the hard work you put in. Maybe sometimes I don't feel that way because maybe in my case I harp on you about, different things, and I do these little, what I hope are motivational videos, but it is, we do appreciate what you do and the hard work you put in. I know there's sometimes obstacles that come along and kind of make it more difficult for you. But again, appreciating everything you have. The flip side, is, you know, you have the opportunity to go to school, an MBA program that is a big significant milestone in your life, and you've got the opportunity to do it. So you should be, appreciated. Uh, you should be doing 100% in here, and anything less is probably, you're just cheating yourself. So anyway, just appreciate what you got. Um, and again, this last week here, so we'll have a 2-week break and then we'll get started again on January 7th. All right, and into the course here, this upcoming week, you've got 3 chapters, providing benefits, uh, bargaining, labor relations, and human resources. So all 3 of these, employee benefits, from a business owner perspective, um, it's an expensive expense to run a business, especially for small businesses. There's pros and cons on the Affordable Care Act that was done some years back, where it mandated that employers had to provide benefits or face penalties, and a lot of the smaller businesses did the penalties instead of the benefits and there's a lot of reasons for that. And if you've never had any experience of running a business and the P&L side of it, and you got to remember when you're dealing with businesses, I think I mentioned this in other courses you may have had with me. Most businesses don't think in dollars; they think in percentages. So when you got 100% available to spend, and you got different percentages for different things, and cost of labor is a percentage, um, whatever the product production, you got taxes, and then you got the employee benefits, and when you start adding small businesses that don't have benefits, that make maybe 10% profit, and then they try to add a benefit package which would take up 20 or 30% of what it just doesn't work. Some of you may remember back in the bailout of the auto industry, the auto industries. Um, one of the problems there was, which will go into our next chapter, was, part of the union labor expense. When you got a company that's spending, you know, excessive amounts of money on benefits, it just isn't functional. So there's lots of there's lots of things to learn about this and how it all works and interacts with each other, and that's another reason where sometimes there's like US people that work overseas, but there's also the foreign labor, which is of course a lot cheaper, and a lot of companies, instead of going out of business, they went overseas. um, there's a lot of arguments for that too. But anyway, so it's interesting material on how it all works, how it all interacts, and what I try to tell students is, keep an open mind, step back from your personal views you might have on a topic, and learn how it all works. I have the benefit of having worked for a company and then going being a franchisee on my own and seeing how it all interacts and works from an owner perspective, a company perspective. So I, that's all I can suggest is try and look at it from a neutral perspective instead of, unless you've got experience that, you know, you can benefit from. But otherwise, these are things you'll have to deal with when you get into running companies, the human resource side. So okay, so I'll leave that with that. Otherwise, get this week done. Again, I just want to, everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Get it, get this week knocked out, and then take a brain break for a couple weeks, and then we'll get back in on January 7th. So, and my test. And where's my test question here? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I think you've seen the test. You probably seen it. Yeah, you might have seen it in the other, if you're in both videos. But wait a minute. Let me start this from the beginning. Okay. No, wrong one. Get back over there. Yeah, there we are. All right, so there you go. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Finish this week up, get it done, take a break for a couple weeks, and I'll see you in January. Take care. Bye-bye.